Hey guys, how's it going? Hey, I don't know if I'm going to personally be streaming any kind of Nintendo product gaming of any sort, because I don't know if you've seen this latest craziness in the news, but I don't know if you've heard of Gary Bowser. Let's back up. A few years ago, Gary Bowser was found guilty for basically pirating, I'll explain, jailbreaking, they call it, Nintendo, to allow you to play old games on it. Stuff they should have been doing from the factory. I mean, it's crazy. But they're after every single little dollar they can get. It's very important to them. So anyway, this went after this man, Gary Bowser, sued him for $10 million. $10 million. And put this in perspective, $10 million to Nintendo is like, well, do you have change in your pocket? Because that's pretty much exactly what it's like to them. They don't care about $10 million. But they sure ruined this guy's life. And they're literally gloating over it right now. It's crazy. Let's get right into reading this news. Anyway, I'll let you guys decide how crazy this is. I'm SuperCritical. I hope you guys enjoy this crazy news segment. Let's check this out here. It reads, Gary Bowser, who was indicted in 2020 and sentenced in 2021 to 40 months in prison for being part of a hacking ring known as Team Executor, has been released. Okay, so he's been released. I didn't know that. Team Executor was a Nintendo hacking group whose activities included selling chips that allowed users to play in pirated games. Though Bowser played a relatively smaller role in the hacking operations compared with the other members of the ring, he was the only one who was tried and convicted in the U.S. Bowser was charged with 11 felonies: wire fraud, conspiracy to circumvent technological measures, that's a law, trafficking in circumvention devices, and conspiracy to commit money laundering. Boy, they sure make it sound real bad right there. I don't see sticking body in car. Anyway, after pleading guilty of 2 of the charges, Bowser was fined $14.5 million in sentence, but he is being released early due to his good behavior. He probably hooked up all the guards with their kids' Nintendos. He has paid $175 of the fine from his time in prison. At least he took a good chunk out of it, guys. I mean, wow. With the help of his prison library job, meaning he still has a long way to go, to say the least. Until the full amount of his fine is paid off, his pay will continue to be docked, although only 25 to 30% can be docked at a time, as per his agreement with Nintendo. The extremity of Bowser's sentences comes from the intended message to deter others. You got my attention, from other hackers. I'm not one of those, but I'll tell you, from committing similar crimes. It's the purchase of video games that sustains Nintendo and the Nintendo ecosystem. Let me stop right there. It is not. They're delusional. It's not the purchase of the Nintendo games. It's the interest in the video games. You know how you get interest in video games? Is you get these things, what do they call them? They're called streamers. And we stream video games. That is what makes people want to buy video games the most. But they're so disconnected from reality that I'm just going to go ahead and stick with Grand Theft Auto 5 until they work this out, because I don't want to be banned as I'm trying to get my channel going for you guys. And I really don't want to be sued for some crazy stuff if I piss off the wrong person or something. Because it's literally like they got a hard-on for these guys or something now. They're going after these guys. They're the nicest dudes ever. They don't cuss. They're kid-friendly. I mean, they could literally be a kids' channel. And they got a YouTube strike. 2 of them. Their lawyers just went full bore on them, apparently. Anyway, let's get to the rest of this. It is for that reason that we all can prevent video games on Nintendo systems from being stolen. End of story. That's going to happen, and they have measures to prevent losses. They're a huge company. I mean, only $50.1 billion. It just said $50 billion, and now it says $95 billion. It is considered to be the 3rd most valuable company in Japan. Okay, that's insane. And they went after this man for how much? They took his whole livelihood. I mean, I would just do a Machiavelli or something, and I don't know what I'd do, but you get. Anyway, guys, this is SuperCritical. I'm not going to be streaming Nintendo stuff anytime soon until they work this crazy stuff out. No way, guys. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.